But what I'll tell you is that people don't realize they're trying to time the market. And so anytime you say to yourself, I don't want to invest right now because the debt ceiling deal is so uncertain, or because the Fed is going to keep raising interest rates, or 2 years ago, because wow, the market's really on a tear and it feels like it's got to slow down at some point. If you're not investing because you're worried about what's going on, you are, even if you don't feel like it, trying to time the market. And so I'm going to ask you again, who all has seen a headline that looks something like one of these? Recession is inevitable, recession risk looms. Anybody see a headline like that in the past year? Okay, I see some ones. You all signed up for a session on how to invest during a recession. So I know some of you are worried about, is there a recession happening, or, are we already in one? I see lots of ones. So thank you, Emma, Misha, Melissa. So what you might not know is how the market is performing year to date. And I did a poll on this on Instagram. I had about 100 responses and over 60% of people were wrong. How is the market doing so far this year in our recessionary times? It is up over 15%. I want to let that sink in. So the media is kind of whipping us all into a frenzy. We're worried about what's going on in the world, but I'll say it a different way. If you had $100,000 that you pulled out of the market on January 1st, or if you had $100,000, you just didn't invest it at the beginning of the year, that's 15%, $15,000 that you basically lost out on because of trying to maybe time the market. And anytime you invest, there's risk. And, we happen to be at a moment where the market's up. I don't want to give you all a sense of false security that anytime you invest, things are always going to be rosy. But I do also think that it's important to note that you've got to tune out the noise sometimes, because no one has a crystal ball. We don't know what market performance will look like. And generally, when we try to guess, we often get it wrong. And so